Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveils second set of relief measures under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Free food grains to be provided to around 8 crore migrant workers for next 2 months. Special credit facility of 5,000 crore rupees to support nearly 50 lakh street vendors. 2 lakh crore rupees concessional credit boost announced for 2.5 crore farmers through Kisan credit cards. 3 crore marginal farmers avail agricultural loans worth over 4 lakh crore rupees. Interest moratorium on these loans extended till the 31st of May. Government announces affordable rental accommodation for migrants and urban poor. More than 10 lakh passengers transported to their home states through Shramik special trains in less than 15 days. And doubling time of COVID-19 cases slows down to 13.9 days. The Union Government today unveiled the second tranche of relief measures to help alleviate the distress for small farmers, migrant workers, small traders and self-employed people under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Self-Reliant India campaign. The stimulus was first announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday during his address to the nation. He had called on Indians to be vocal for local. Announcing the measures, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the government will extend special relief to almost 8 crore migrant workers who do not have either central or state PDS cards by giving them free food grain supply for the next 2 months. Under this relief measure, 5 kilograms per person of wheat or rice and 1 kilogram chana per family will be given to the migrants at the centre's expense amounting to 3,500 crore rupees.
Those who are non-card holders, for them, they shall be given 5 kgs per person of wheat or rice or 1 kg of chana. So that is for per family. And if the person is remaining without card, he can also get it based on a rough assessment which has been given to us by all the state governments. There are about 8 crore migrants for whom benefit will reach through this free food grain supply.
In her second press conference in as many days, the Finance Minister also announced an affordable rental housing scheme for migrant workers, besides 5,000 crore special credit facility for nearly 50 lakh street vendors. Referring to the national portability cards under the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme, the Finance Minister explained that these will be beneficial for all migrant workers in the country. Benefiting over 67 crore people, this scheme will enable a public distribution system PDS beneficiary to use the ration card in order to procure food grains from any ration shop across the country. In a major boost to the rural economy, Ms. Sitharaman made an announcement of emergency working capital fund of 30,000 crore rupees for the farmers through NABARD. This amount is in addition to the 90,000 crore rupees announced earlier and is aimed to benefit over 3 crore farmers in the country.
We are providing a 30,000 crore additional emergency working capital fund through the NABARD. And this is essentially a refinance support which the NABARD gives. This additional 30,000 crore will be immediately released so that the post-harvest Rabi work which is going on, this money will go and help the farmers, the small and the marginal farmers.
In another major announcement benefiting over 2.5 crore farmers in the country, 2 lakh crore concessional credit boost through the Kisan credit card special drive was made by the Finance Minister.
In the last 2 months, 25 lakh new Kisan credit cards have been given, which entails that they can take concessional credit. They are actually marginal farmers. So we've not forgotten them. And those 25 lakh new Kisan credit card holders have also been given or sanctioned a loan which totals to 25,000 crores.
Fishermen and animal husbandry farmers will also be included in this special drive, which will enable the farmers to gain access to institutional credit at concessional interest rates. Referring to the swift government response to address the COVID situation, the Finance Minister informed about agricultural loans worth 4 lakh crore rupees availed by marginal farmers. She announced an extended relief till the 31st of May in the form of interest moratorium to farmers on these loans. Announcement pertaining to extension of interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive on crop loans till the 31st of May was also done. For migrants and the urban poor, the government announced affordable rental accommodation. Government-funded housing in cities will be converted into affordable rental housing complexes under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, while both government and private bodies will be incentivized to develop affordable rental housing complexes on their land. Under the Mudra scheme, small businesses will be revamped through the 1,500 crore rupee interest subvention scheme. The government will also provide interest subvention of 2% for the next 12 months for beneficiaries of the Mudra Shishu Loan Yojana. Special credit facility of 5,000 crore rupees has been announced for street vendors. The decision aimed at benefiting over 50 lakh street vendors will also provide an initial working capital of up to 10,000 rupees to the vendors.
Within a month, the government will launch the special scheme, which will facilitate easy access to credit for all the street vendors. 50 lakh street vendors will be able to avail of the 5,000 crore special credit facility, through which once the lockdown is lifted, they can start their business back, they can buy their products to sell and so on. We are giving an initial working capital of up to 10,000 rupees.
Ms. Sitharaman informed that the government is committed to spur employment creation across the country. In this endeavour, funds from the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority, CAMPA, have been channelized to generate employment in the tribal areas of the country. The Minister informed that proposals worth 6,000 crore rupees to help generate employment for tribals for afforestation and plantation-related works are already in the pipeline. In a major relief to middle-income families, government also extended the credit-linked subsidy scheme CLSS up to March next year. This move is seen to benefit around 2.5 lakh families and will also lead to an investment of over 70,000 crore in the housing sector. Investment in the housing sector arising out of this decision will further help in creation of jobs and will also stimulate demand for steel, cement, transport and other construction material. Ms. Sitharaman also enumerated a series of relief packages introduced by the government for the rural India. Since the onset of COVID-19 in the country, she informed that government has sanctioned 25 lakh new Kisan credit cards with a loan limit of 25,000 crore rupees. Liquidity support has been extended to farmers by the 63 lakh loans amounting to 86,600 crore. She asserted that refinancing of 29,500 crore by NABARD to cooperative banks and regional rural banks in March and support of 4,200 crore provided under Rural Infrastructure Development Fund has boosted the rural economy. She also made a reference of the efforts to reach out to the urban poor by permitting states to utilize the State Disaster Response Fund SDRF. These funds, amounting to nearly 11,000 crore, were utilized to set up shelters for migrant labourers and provide them food and water. Finance Minister said the central government is supporting a number of self-help groups which are indulged in production of masks and sanitizers. She said 7,200 new self-help groups have been formed since 15th March to create employment opportunities. Ms. Sitharaman said the government is supporting migrant labourers who have returned to their home states by creating work under the Manrega. Over 2 crore 30 lakh people have been given employment under this scheme across the different village panchayats in the country. She also made a mention of the hike in the average wage rate of the labourers to 202 rupees from 182 in last financial year. She informed that special drive has been undertaken to enroll returning migrants and provide them jobs under the Manrega. The Minister also highlighted some of the measures already in place to benefit workers in the country, including universalization of rights of minimum wages and their timely payment, issuance of appointment letter for all workers, annual health checkup for all employees, among others. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that today's announcement by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will especially benefit the farmers and migrant workers. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the announcements include a series of progressive measures and will boost food security, credit to farmers as well as street vendors. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar welcomed the economic package for farmers and migrant workers.
आज वित्त मंत्री जी ने दूसरे चरण की घोषणा की। इसमें गांव, गरीब, किसान, मजदूर सबको सम्मिलित किया। यह पूरी घोषणाएं स्वागत के योग्य हैं।
Rakesh Raina from Jammu and Kashmir thanked the government for helping farmers.
मेरा नाम राकेश रैना, पंचायत सरानू, डिस्ट्रिक्ट राजौरी। जो किसानों के लिए जो राशि 2000 रुपया जो किया है, ये हमारे लिए आज की डेट में एक वरदान साबित हुआ है, क्योंकि जब पूरे तरीके से जो गांव के अंदर जितने भी लोग हैं, जो गरीब लोग हैं, जिनके पास कुछ नहीं था, एक तो लॉकडाउन की वजह से उनको जो मेहनत मजदूरी करने के लिए बाहर जाते थे वो सब बंद हो गया। फसलें कट गई हैं, ट्रैक्टर लगवाने हैं, पैसे की मैनेजमेंट नहीं हो पाती थी। लेकिन जैसे ही जितने लोगों के नाम जो ऑनलाइन थे, जिन लोगों के नाम लिखे हुए थे, सबके अकाउंट में 2-2 हजार रुपया आ गया है।
Home Minister Amit Shah today thanked the Prime Minister and Finance Minister for providing relief to the poor, farmers, labourers and the middle class of the country in line with the mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. In a series of tweets, Mr. Shah said at the time of this pandemic, the Modi government is concerned about every section of society. He said through the Campa Fund, the government will provide 6,000 crore rupees, which will be used to provide employment to urban, rural and tribal people in areas like plantation and forest protection. He said due to this global pandemic, many migrant labourers living on rent are facing problem, and for this, the Modi government will start a scheme under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana to provide affordable rental accommodation to these migrant labourers and poor homeless people living in the city. Speaking exclusively to AIR News, Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar termed the financial stimulus for rural India as a measure which would create a long-lasting effect. He also lauded the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme and commended the government for reaching out to the non-PDS cardholder migrants by making arrangements for free distribution of ration over the next 2 months.
Portability of the card at One Nation, One Card, which will also be digitized, is I think a very big forward to help the migrant workers secure the basic minimum subsistence rations, which were not available to them so far. And given that within 3 months all the entire country will be covered, this is a big structural measure. It will change the situation and make everybody a part of the national food security. So I think that's a very big one.
CII Director General Chandrajit Banerjee also welcomed the economic package announced by the government.
The second tranche of stimulus package that came out today really rightly focuses on providing relief to the poor, including the migrant workers, the farmers, the street vendors, and the tribal community. The immediate availability of the 30,000 crore of emergency working capital funds through the NABARD for the small and the marginal farmers is really expected to meet the post-harvest Rabi and the current Kharif crop related work.
The railways have crossed the milestone of transporting more than 10 lakh passengers to their home state through Shramik special trains in less than 15 days. A total of 800 Shramik special trains have been operationalized from various states across the country for the movement of migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons stranded at different places. The Ministry of Railways said the trains are being run by railways only after concurrence of both the states, including the one which is sending the passengers and the one which is receiving them. These trains were terminated in various states like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Mizoram, Odisha, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and West Bengal. The ministry said proper screening of passengers is ensured before boarding the train. During the journey, passengers are given free meals and water. The Railway Ministry has said that regular passenger service including mail, express, passenger and suburban services have been cancelled until further advice. It said all the booked tickets for the above trains for the period up to 30th June 2020 will be cancelled and full refund will be generated. However, the Shramik special trains and special passenger train services which started from 12th of May shall continue to operate. Railways have also issued order for the refund of fare in case a passenger is not found fit for travel due to symptoms of corona. You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveils second set of relief measures under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Free food grains to be provided to around 8 crore migrant workers for next 2 months. Special credit facility of 5,000 crore rupees to support nearly 50 lakh street vendors. 2 lakh crore rupees concessional credit boost announced for 2.5 crore farmers through Kisan credit cards. 3 crore marginal farmers avail agricultural loans worth over 4 lakh crore rupees. Interest moratorium on these loans extended till 31st of May. Government announces affordable rental accommodation for migrants and urban poor. More than 10 lakh passengers transported to their home states through Shramik special trains in less than 15 days. Doubling time of COVID-19 cases slows down to 13.9 days. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said the doubling time of coronavirus infection cases has slowed down to 13.9 days in the last 3 days. The minister, who visited the National Centre for Disease Control in New Delhi, said the doubling time in the past 14 days was 11.1. He said with 26,235 people having been cured of the disease so far, the recovery rate has improved to 33.6%, while the fatality rate was 3.2%. Dr. Harshvardhan informed that 14 states and union territories have not reported any case of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. These states and union territories are Gujarat, Telangana, Jharkhand, Chandigarh, Chhattisgarh, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Arunachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Goa, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Puducherry. Daman and Diu, Sikkim, Nagaland and Lakshadweep have also not reported any case so far. About ramping up testing capability, the minister said the government has now developed a capacity to conduct 1 lakh tests per day. He said today marks an important milestone as nearly 20 lakh COVID-19 tests were carried out at more than 500 laboratories in the country. Out of it, 359 are government labs and 145 are private labs. As part of the Vande Bharat mission, a total of 56 flights have brought back Indian nationals from 12 countries till now. External Affairs Ministry spokesman Anurag Srivastava said, in addition, 904 Indians have been repatriated from the Maldives by INS Jalashwa and INS Magar. Some others have arrived through deportation flights from various countries. In the last few days, more than 12,000 Indian nationals have returned safely. The second phase of Vande Bharat mission is being launched from the 16th to the 22nd of May. Under the Vande Bharat mission, around 5,000 distressed Indian nationals from the Gulf countries have been brought back to the homeland in the first phase of the Vande Bharat mission through 29 special flights. Our correspondent reports that there were 13 flights from the United Arab Emirates, which carried home more than 2,300 people.
With 2 flights to Bhubaneswar and Delhi from Dubai and 1 flight from Jeddah to Kochi carrying almost 550 passengers, the first phase of the Vande Bharat mission concluded today. The second phase will start from 16th to 22nd of May. In the first phase, nearly 5,000 distressed Indians who were stranded overseas were repatriated. 29 special flights were operated from the Gulf. Vande Bharat is the largest and most complex exercise ever undertaken by the government for the repatriation of the Indian nationals stranded overseas. Indian government is working in close cooperation and coordination with the foreign governments, airport officials, medical workers, Indian Airlines and the Indian expat community for its success. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
Kerala has reported a hike in COVID-19 cases as 26 new cases were confirmed in the state today. A report.
Out of the newly confirmed COVID-19 cases, 7 people had returned from abroad and 7 from other states. Presently, 64 active cases are there in Kerala. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that the virus is going to be there for some more time that demands an urgent need to change our lifestyle to combat the disease. Masks and social distancing need to be an integral part of our life to contain the spread. Meanwhile, as part of the Vande Bharat mission, flight carrying around 220 passengers from Jeddah will arrive in Kochi airport soon. The special train from Delhi is also scheduled to arrive in Kerala tonight. All necessary arrangements are being done in Kozhikode, Ernakulam and Thiruvananthapuram railway stations for the medical screening and transfer of passengers to the quarantine centres. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today had a telephonic conversation with Prime Minister of Denmark, Ms. Mette Frederiksen. The leaders compared notes on the steps taken into the two countries to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Modi appreciated Denmark's success in lifting the lockdown restrictions without causing an increase in infections. It was agreed that Indian and Danish experts would remain in touch to learn from each other's experience. India has called upon the G20 nations to ensure access to essential medicines, treatments and vaccines at affordable prices. Speaking at the second G20 Virtual Trade and Investment Ministers meeting through video conferencing, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal asked the G20 members to first focus on immediate and concrete actions that can ease the distress being faced by people all over the world due to corona pandemic. He said that the unprecedented situation calls for solidarity and a balanced, inclusive and calibrated response. He called upon the G20 nations to also agree to provide diagnostic and protective equipment and healthcare professionals across borders where they are most needed. The minister said India is proactively partnering in global efforts to develop vaccines and effective treatment for this disease.
Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today participated in the 32nd Commonwealth Health Ministers meeting through video conference. He highlighted the timely, graded and proactive measures taken by India towards COVID-19 management. Dr. Harshvardhan said India has been the first country to urge consolidated global action to fight the challenge of COVID-19. India took all necessary and timely steps, including surveillance at points of entry, evacuation of our nationals abroad, surveillance in the community through disease surveillance network, and community involvement as part of its management efforts. He said the government has announced an economic package of more than $265 billion to support economic recovery as well as to support vulnerable segments of population. In our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, President of Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, stressed the need to maintain social distancing to check the spread of COVID-19 in the country.
Social distancing is a very effective measure for preventing the transmission of the virus from an infected person to a non-infected person. So we must maintain a distance of at least 2 meters between ourselves and another person so that we can prevent this virus from traveling between two people. We must also ensure that this happens both outside in the market but also in offices where we have to work together with other people.
Director AIMS Dr. Randeep Guleria advised people to strictly follow social distancing and hand hygiene norms to check the spread of COVID-19 infection.
So I know this extended lockdown will cause hardships, both economical and will cause both mental and physical stress. I would advise everyone, especially those who are in the hotspots, to really sincerely, as citizens in a patriotic manner, observe this lockdown, because if we observe this lockdown in a sincere manner, we will be able to break the chain of spread and we will be able to bring down cases and be able to prevent deaths and conquer corona in India.
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:25 p.m. onwards. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
In Gujarat, Chief Minister Vijay Rupani announced Atmanirbhar Gujarat Sahay Yojana today, a scheme for small shopkeepers and self-employed hit by the lockdown. Under the scheme, 1 lakh rupees collateral fee loan will be given at 2% for the beneficiaries for 3 years. More from our correspondent.
CM Vijay Rupani said the beneficiary will have to make only one application to avail the loan from state and district cooperative banks and credit agencies. They won't have to pay any installment during the moratorium period for the first 6 months. He said the state government will pay the rest 6% interest to the bank. There won't be any processing fees for the loans. Over 10 lakh self-employed people, small traders, shopkeepers will be benefited from the scheme. Meanwhile, CM also requested the centre to initiate the procurement of cotton through CCI at minimum support price. Aparna Khun, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Actor Arshad Warsi has appealed to people to follow social distancing measures and take all precautions to guard against the COVID-19 outbreak. He called for unity in the fight against the virus outbreak.
ये कोरोना वायरस है ना, ये मुझे मेरी मम्मी की याद दिलाता है। मम्मी हमेशा कहती थी, कभी कभी घर पे बैठा करो हमारे साथ। आज पूरा देश घर पे बैठा है। मम्मी कहा करती थी कि छींकते वक्त मुंह बंद कर लिया करो, खास तौर पे अगर आसपास में लोग हो। Our administration is doing everything to help you. Please let them help you. Stay positive, stay home, stay safe, play your part.
Government has rejected a claim made in a WhatsApp message that workers who worked during 1990 to 2020 are entitled to receive 1,20,000 from Labour Ministry. In a tweet, Press Information Bureau termed it as fake. It clarified that there is no such announcement by Government of India and urged people to beware of such fraudulent websites.
Moving on to weather news, in the national capital, maximum temperature was recorded at 38 degrees Celsius while the minimum temperature remained at 26 degrees Celsius. The city experienced cloudy sky with light rain at some places. Mumbai experienced clear sky during the day and partly cloudy sky towards the evening. The minimum and maximum temperature in the city was between 29 and 34 degrees Celsius. Moving on to the southern part of the country, the weatherman has forecast a generally cloudy sky in Chennai, with the temperatures hovering between 27 and 35 degrees Celsius. In the east, Kolkata witnessed a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate thunderstorm. The minimum temperature in the metropolis remained at 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum was 37 degrees Celsius. On to the north, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 20 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while the maximum remained at 31 degrees Celsius. In Srinagar, minimum temperature was 12 degrees Celsius, while maximum remained at 20 degrees. The region is likely to experience thunderstorm with rain. In Gilgit, the maximum and minimum temperature remained between 25 degrees and 7 degrees Celsius, while in Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature was 12 and maximum at 29 degrees Celsius. The Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, as a one-time measure in an extraordinary situation, has decided that all the failed students of class 9th and 11th will be provided an opportunity to appear in school-based online, offline or innovative tests again. The CBSE said opportunity will be extended to students irrespective of whether their examinations have been completed and the exam results have been released or their exams have not been completed. As part of steps to make more resources available for COVID-19 relief measures, President Ramnath Kovind, after contributing 1 month's salary to the PM CARES Fund in March, has decided to forego 30% of his salary for a year. Our correspondent reports the Rashtrapati Bhavan is to support self-reliant India movement through greater flow of resources towards COVID-19 relief measures. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveils second set of relief measures under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Free food grains to be provided to around 8 crore migrant workers for next 2 months. Special credit facility of 5,000 crore rupees to support nearly 50 lakh street vendors. 2 lakh crore rupees concessional credit boost announced for 2.5 crore farmers through Kisan credit cards. 3 crore marginal farmers avail agricultural loans worth over 4 lakh crore rupees. Interest moratorium on these loans extended till 31st of May. Government announces affordable rental accommodation for migrants and urban poor. More than 10 lakh passengers transported to their home states through Shramik special trains in less than 15 days, and doubling time of COVID-19 cases slows down to 13.9 days. And with that we end the evening news.